I'm on my way to Nashville with 5 of my technicians to attend STX, which is a training expo for anyone in the automotive industry, like technicians, service advisors, managers, and owners. And I cannot believe that they're going to allow a bunch of degenerates like us in a nice place like this. After we arrived, we met with some friends, including Charles. You know him as the Humble Mechanic. We ate at the Old Hickory Steakhouse inside the Gaylord Resorts, which is where the STX is being hosted and where we'll be staying. As you can see, Charles was really excited to show us his meat. After dinner, we went to the welcome reception where I learned 3,200 people are attending STX this year. Wow. They shared industry trends and stats. We also talked about the Right to Repair Act, which allows independent shops like ours to have access to repair information to properly repair vehicles. Right now, the manufacturers are trying to gatekeep that information, which will force the consumer to have certain repairs performed only by the dealership. We all took classes for the next 3 days, and STX even fed us breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They even had Marcus Luttrell come speak during one of the dinners. If you don't know, he's a Navy SEAL who received a Purple Heart, and he inspired the movie Lone Survivor. This guy is a real American hero. In addition to the training, they also have a vendor expo where companies from all over the automotive industry come to display their tools, software, services, you name it. It's kind of like a mini version of SEMA. In fact, this yellow Golf R with the Audi RS3 engine swap actually belongs to Charles, and it's being displayed in the Liqui booth. Being able to talk to the vendors directly is a great networking opportunity for us.
All right, Alltel has got a huge booth here, a few cars. They got the ADAS stuff set up. They've got their scan tools. So we actually have their Ultra here, which has the pass-through. Each shop has 2 of these. We have factory scan tools too, but these are just awesome go-to quick tools. I mean, a lot of capability out of those, and for the price, I don't know if you could beat that. How tall are you?
About 5'8".
Garrett for scale. Look how big that wheel is. Dude, that thing is sick. That thing is insane, dude. Have you ever seen a tractor with nitrous?
No.
I so badly want to build a tractor. I have no use for it at all, but I want to build one. That's cool as hell.
Of course, it's not all business while we're here. The guys and I decided to check out Broadway Nashville, and we could not believe how busy it was for a Thursday night. And the amount of bars owned by country singers, incredible.
All right, STX 2024. I'm at the Vim booth. I love Vim Tools. We're gonna see what we got over here.
All right, guys. I know how much you love wrench extenders. Everybody loves more leverage. This is an extendable wrench extender. This is a little bit of a fatter head than the other wrench extenders that we've had before. We have the WE15, which has a comfort grip that does up to 32 millimeter wrenches. This one, which is the TWE27, that's the part number, for the handle and the wrench extender attachment, will do up to 42 millimeters.
Wow.
So it'll hold larger wrenches. We have some other ones coming out in the future to fit on like that 3/4 extendable handle that we have for those heavy duty guys. But there's a ring on the bottom of this handle. You pull that out and you use it to release the locking mechanism. And now you have many other options of attachments. We have what I like to call a tie rod twister, which is great for alignments.
Spring loaded too.
It is spring loaded.
Dude, that's cool.
And it has the working size ranges on the back. So this will work from 20 to 48 millimeters, or you have your standard equivalents. And we also have a breaker bar attachment. We have a flex head ratchet attachment. We're working on a pry bar, like a flex head pry bar, and many other things. And like I said, we have that 3/4 extendable handle, and we're doing the same things with that. We're gonna have a wrench extender that goes over 50 millimeter wrenches. And we don't make wrenches that big, so it's not our problem.
You know, this is actually really tight. It's not, I've seen other extensions that are kind of loose. Feels really good.
We posted that on our Instagram. One thing people said, because just by seeing a picture, you gotta really hold something to feel it.
Yeah, I can feel it. It's definitely quality when you have it.
Yeah, we posted a picture or a video, and people were saying like, oh, it looks like it's gonna break easy. We won't release something if it's gonna break easy, and you can feel it. It's a pretty stout piece of steel. It's not some cheap Chinese-made tool. So you can trust that this is going to hold up. A lot of people were concerned about the extendable breaker bar. Good thing is it has lifetime warranty. So, but trust me, our defective rate is less than 2%. So we rarely see warranties. Our stuff holds up very well.
Garrett, who's holding the camera for me, uses this every day, he says. Every day, right?
It's worth its weight in gold, I swear.
He loves those. So one of the guys at the shop, actually at Rent House, has one of these. I was just playing with it the other day. I feel like I'm gonna break it, but pretty solid. It's got a strap. Okay. Oh, I was gonna steal it. I don't think he's gonna let me though. So he's got something that's coming out really soon. I'm excited to show it to you guys.
Okay guys, this is a prototype and it's going to be very popular. It's going to be coming out around July 2024, so keep an eye out for it. These are ratcheting adapters. All right, so this is a box end ratcheting wrench, deep 12 point with a square drive on the bottom, and it's a flex head. So you use an extension as the handle, any length extension to get however much leverage you want. You can use it short, you can use it very long. Shit, you can just use it just like this with your palm. And it is flexed. It flexes all the way from one side to the other. We're going to have a full set, 8 to 19 millimeters. Later on in the year, we'll think about doing up to 24.
Wow, that's cool.
But it's a very unique tool. It takes up so much less space than a set of extra long ratcheting wrenches. So you already have all of the extensions.
I've got to get a set of these.
It's reversible, and the mechanism to reverse it, the switch, is not on the side, which can be very annoying. A lot of times when you're working in a tight space, you'll accidentally hit that switch and you can damage the gears. The switch is on the back of the head. It's a much better design.
Yeah, you can use different lengths. I mean, man, I can see so many applications for this. This is awesome. All right, I've always wanted to try this. Can I do it?
Absolutely. But then the best part is then they just come off because it's auto locking.
Yeah, I own about half of the stuff that's on this wall. It's
Awesome.
really nice. Yeah, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And it's Knipex
Knipex.
with a K.
Capital K, but a hard K.
Hard
German
K.
hard
You
K.
would not believe the amount of people when I get a Knipex rep telling me it's pronounced Knipex with a hard K, and people tell me that it's wrong. It's Knipex. You heard it here. How do you say Knipex?
Knipex.
From the person who works at.
Knipex.
Thank you. I was talking to ZF or ZF. They make all the transmissions for most cars nowadays, especially BMW. And BMW says that the transmission fluid should never be changed because it is lifetime. I just talked to the ZF reps. They would not allow me to get them on camera, but they're going to send me some literature to say that they recommend every 60,000 miles to replace the fluid, and the lifetime expectancy of a transmission without fluid being changed is 100,000 miles, which means if you own a BMW, race car interruptions. If you own a BMW and you never change the fluid because it's a lifetime fluid and 100,000 miles goes by and your transmission fails, no, that's the life of the transmission because that was lifetime fluid. So would you rather put a several $1,000 transmission in it, or would you rather change the fluid every 60,000 miles? I know what I do, and this is what my shop recommends, and this is something that we try to teach our customers, but some people are like, oh, the BMW said it's lifetime fluid. Right here, you guys, well, you heard it from me, who heard it from ZF, that it should be changed.
STX threw us a private farewell party, starting with dinner at the Country Music Hall of Fame. Then we walked across the street to the Walk of Fame Park, where Little Big Town performed just for us. I wanted to give you guys an overall rating 1 to 10 of how great this trip was, so I decided to ask my technicians about their experience. Let's see how it scores.
Burke, what's going on, dude? Hey, all right, so we got back from STX. I want to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm asking all the guys what their experience was like. So if you could rate the training at STX 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
I'd rate it 8 or 9.
I mean, I have to just give it a 10.
Definitely give it about a 9. 8 or a 9.
I would say probably like an 8.
Everybody, all the instructors that I met with and had in class definitely knew their stuff. They were either in the field as technicians or they were shop owners, and they definitely had their materials prepared.
There was a couple questions I would ask the instructors, and they didn't really have a definitive answer for me, so that was kind of the only reason it's not a perfect 10.
To be fair, you asked tough questions.
With this there's a whole networking aspect to it. You get to meet technicians, owners, service advisors, everybody in the industry. So even during class and after class, lunch breaks, things like that, you get to meet and talk to other people. So as far as the networking aspect of it, how would you rate that 1 to 10?
Definitely a 10.
Oh, I'd give my networking experience probably a 7 or 8.
7.
A 10 for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people there to meet, talk to, learn from. It's pretty awesome.
From my own personal experience, maybe like a 5 or a 6. But you know, if I were someone who was going there with the intention to network, it could easily be a 10. You know, because of the full spectrum of people there. You know, there's so many awesome people there. Just for me personally, I was so laser focused on training and hanging out with my guys that, like, you know, if I was outside of class, I wasn't looking to network. But I talked to a lot of good guys that I was sitting next to, and even a couple girls too that were there for training. If I was there to network though, it would be awesome. Like for you were always talking to people and just out and about doing stuff.
Between the instructors that were in the classes and just being able to meet people from around the country who either work on similar cars or have similar experiences with vehicles, you can't match it. It was really fun. It's nice to meet new people that understand what you have to go through some days.
I wish they had a way that we could network with more specific people as opposed to just, I feel like the only time where we were really able to do that in between classes was sitting down to eat and whatnot. And, you got 3,500 people there or whatever, so you just kind of sit down next to whoever at that time. So it wasn't really, you didn't really know who you were going to sit down next to, so you didn't really know what the conversation was going to be like or who you were talking to. And I definitely met some cool people, but I wish it was a little more definitive as to who you were going to sit next to, or there was a specific networking time where you go around and get to talk to specific people.
Yeah, good point. 3 words best describe your experience. Go.
Mind-blowing. The information, networking.
Fun, knowledge, it's exciting.
Fun, beneficial, and thankful for sure to have the opportunity.
Exhausting. Lot of running around, always busy. Informative, and let's see, fun. It was fun.
Perfect.
Take me back.
That was good.
It was awesome.
I'll be reading the comments, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.